We welcome from Lumen Christi Catholic School Athletic Director Jesse Brown.
Hey, thanks for having me on today, Bart. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you.
It was a busy winter for you. Gosh, it was busy.
Oh.
Teams wouldn't lose.
Yeah, it just kept going after the extension of the fall season and then an extension of the winter season. It's been a fun, busy year.
Yeah, not a lot of downtime, and then right after spring break, spring sports. I mean, just boom. They don't wait for the weather.
Nope, not at all. Away we go.
Yeah.
So we're off to a solid start this spring, and super proud of Blake Newman and Blake Newman-Gillig, our soccer coach. He's got it really going. The rankings came out this morning. They're ranked number 4 in the state. So they're sitting at 2-0, and they go to Royal Oak Shrine tonight to play. And so we're really excited about what Blake's doing with the girls soccer program.
Good luck to the Titans. The sports campus at Lumen Christi looking a little different these days. We've got the softball field nearing the end of its construction.
Yep.
And you have a new sport that's playing at Lumen Christi.
Yeah, so the lacrosse, the Jackson Co-op lacrosse team is playing at Lumen. So here's some pictures from last night. So we're playing on the soccer field up front there, and the girls soccer team's playing on the turf. So this is their field for the spring, and it's been really exciting to watch. They lost a tough one last night. They came back in the game. Holt's a very good team. So they're sitting at 2-1, and exciting to watch. It was the first inaugural game in Jackson for lacrosse last night.
Yeah.
So nice crowd, and it was really busy around the school, and
those
so it was good to see.
Yeah, those kids have been practicing since all last summer, and now they're very excited to be actually playing. And if you've never seen it, you've never seen it.
Yeah, great sport, very popular in other areas of the state and country.
I was really surprised. It's the first one I've seen in person. I've seen it on TV, and when I was in Kalamazoo, we had some kids that played football for us that played lacrosse. But it was really, there were some big hits last night, and some of them that kind of like the crowd was like, ooh, oh, whoa, so it's exciting to watch. Very physical and very exciting, a lot of action that goes on.
That one's fun too because the parents don't know all the rules yet.
Yes, correct.
They have a lot of complaints.
That's a good thing. They're not yelling from the stands.
Well, no, they are.
Oh, they are.
Probably because
they
they
don't
aren't familiar with.
They just don't know they don't know the rules.
Don't know
You know what they're saying?
You can't do that.
Stop hitting my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my mom says. Hey, you can't do that. New competition for all the spring sports teams. How are the coaches feeling that out so far?
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting today because today we play Marion in softball, so that's Bloomfield Hills, and then we also in baseball have Father Gabriel Richard, so a familiar opponent, but in the Catholic League, it's 3-2 ball. So the count is basically essentially you start with a 1-1 count.
Oh, wow.
So you better be aggressive and pitchers throw strikes. So
is that in baseball and softball?
Baseball and in softball.
Wow.
So 3-2 ball today, the inaugural game in Jackson for 3-2 ball as well.
Why is that? Is it just a speed up doubleheader?
It is, and they've been doing it for a very long time, and the league is actually the only league in the country that can do it. They're grandfathered in through a piece of legislation that happened in like 1995. But yeah, so that'll be really interesting, and it's going to be fun for our kids and our coaches to navigate through that process.
That'll be interesting.
I'll need the pamphlet.
We'll need a rule book on that.
Yep, exactly.
Some photos from this spring in sports, including tennis.
Yep, there's varsity tennis.
I've noticed some construction going on near the tennis court. What's going on there?
Yeah, so we redid the hitting wall.
Okay.
So we actually lowered it 6 feet and did the resurface of it, and then we're putting a hard plastic surface on the outside of it instead of just plywood with paint. Should last a very long time, and the Jim Crowley Memorial sign will be back up.
I didn't even know that was a hitting wall until like 15 years after I graduated. I just thought it was a big sign.
Well, here's a really funny story on that actually wasn't a hitting wall initially. So what it was a PE handball court.
Really?
Yep, and it was strictly for PE. It was before the tennis courts actually went in 1982.
Wow.
I had to do some research on that when we were kind of taking it down and doing the reconstruction of it because I was like, I have no idea. Yeah. So, of course, I go to my resources like Herb Brogan and Dave Swartout and Mike Woolsey and Jerry Sykes. So I found out that a handball court. That was really interesting.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Girls-
that makes sense, the height of it,
Yeah.
right? Like that made sense at
Yeah.
that point. When I was like, okay.
Girls locker room getting ready to open any minute now, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a huge fundraiser from the auction.
Yeah, so I know I'm really excited about this, and I know the Jackson Catholic School staff is as well, about our funded needs that we've done with the auction the last 2 years, and seeing the results that to our donors is a big thing. So we've gotten the crucifix done, and then from the previous year, and then this year was the girls' locker room, and I'm so excited about it for our girls' athletics. The features that we have on that, it's going to be awesome. They're going to be watching film right in the locker room. Just a great space for them to go. Some full-length mirrors from head to toe, so as our girls come out to compete and even out of PE classes, they can make sure they're put together and all that stuff, right? As we have daughters, so we
It's important.
We deal with that. Yeah, it's very important. So, really excited for our girls as we open that up here this week.
Here's a prediction. Pickleball will be a high school sport someday.
For sure, it's got
Someday
to be.
that's coming.
For sure, it will be someday.
Yeah, someday that's coming. I think the next one might be boys volleyball.
That's interesting too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my
Boys
daughter's
volleyball.
yeah, it's popular in certain little pockets.
Yeah,
You know.
out west it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting.
Well, it's
Yeah,
big
that,
in
that
college.
that would be really interesting.
Here's a trivia question for you. What former Masters champion will not be playing this year because he tore his Achilles playing
Pickleball.
pickleball?
The guy that was arrested for
No, he can't. That guy.
domestic,
Angel
Angel Cabrera.
His visa didn't get
Okay.
approved.
Who got hurt
I'll
playing
tell you at
pickleball?
the end of the show.
Okay. Thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that.
People are encouraged to come out and sport spring sports, all
Yes.
sports, and
Yeah.
you've got with the new upgrades. I noticed the concessions are upgraded as well.
Yep. Everything's upgraded right now, and we're going through that process even, on a weekly basis. It seems like so. And I can't tell you enough about our community and our donors that have been able to do that, to really give us the space and the facilities that Lumen Christi deserves and our community deserves. So.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the upgrades, get out, catch a ball game or track meet this spring, or soccer game. Plenty of things to do out at school. Jesse, thanks so much for being with us.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate you having me on.
More of the show after this quick break.